one of the main mechanics on the Doom encounter is the green circles that spawn around the Reapers. So every 30 seconds, there will be a Reaper who spawns out of the 7 who needs someone to fill the void that they're having in the rifts or something. And you need to go into their green, and after a few seconds, they'll port you up into a spirit-like sequence, and you'll have to collect orbs. And after you do this, you will be given a debuff, which is called Fractured Spirit, which will prevent you from fulfilling the next green, and this lasts for 2 minutes. So if you want to maximize the amount of debuff you have, groups will do 3 people doing the mechanic, and they'll rotate through them. So for example, because it goes in a clockwise manner, the order of the greens, say if I start at star right here and we're doing the three mechanic strat, then I will be doing circle next, and then I will be doing square next, and then I will be doing triangle next, and then heart, and then swirl. And this will be about a minute and a half later, right? Because you finish your green, and then you have to wait 2 more, and then it'll be yours afterwards. An easy way to know when to do the timing without remembering the ordering of the greens you need to do is to look at the debuff on your bar called Fractured Spirit. And whenever this runs out, you know that you need to do the next green. Or when it's about to run out, you need to start getting ready to do the next green. And if you need help remembering which one to go to, then all you need to do is remember the last one that you went to, and then go to the 3rd one after that. And if that's a little too difficult too, all you need to do is keep an eye on which ones people are doing, so that you know, oh, this one we're doing heart right now, and I need to do the next one, so therefore I am square. Or if you really are in a pinch, your tank will generally be in the vicinity of your next green, and you can stand in between 2 of the greens that you're kind of thinking that it's going to be at, and when it pops up, you'll have enough time to get to the right one if you're situated between one of the 2 that it is. Now that you've gotten to your green, the real hard part is actually getting all of the orbs to survive. So what happens is, when you do the mechanic, you will be sent up into a wisp form, and you'll need to collect 5 orbs, and there will be some big orbs as well, and you need to collect 1 big orb to prevent a skeleton from spawning, which will really lower your team's DPS because they'll need to go kill that. And how to get the big orb is, you'll look, when you go up, it'll be in a clockwise manner to where you started. So the first big orb to your left, if you're facing the center, or clockwise of where you're going, about 120 degrees, will be where the big orb you need to collect will spawn. And then after you get the big orb, all you need to do is just satisfy the minimum of 5 orbs to prevent yourself from dying. If you don't collect 5, you will die, and then someone else will need to cover for you. If you want to practice the wisp form orbs, you can, if you're on the NA servers, you can look for a person named Eris in the LFG, and if you pay her 5 gold, she'll open a Doom instance for you. And then, if you played this thief build that I'm showing you, you can actually solo Doom up to the point where you can do the first green if you stealth the Reapers, and you can practice this over and over. And what that does is it will give you the confidence if you're having an issue with doing it with a real group who is pressuring you, and you don't want to be making mistakes while they're kind of waiting for you to do your thing. You can practice it this way, and then when you do get to the actual encounter with 10 people, then you can work on including this into your understanding of the other mechanics of the fight. And what you exactly want to be doing when you get up into the mechanic is you want to angle your camera upwards and immediately start moving even while you're being lifted up towards the first green that you see. And there's bad RNG and good RNG for orbs, but there is always a way. There is never bad enough RNG that you will be unable to complete it. There is always player skill issue if you fail to do this, unless you have really bad ping, in which case you can compensate a little bit for that by sitting on top of the orbs a little bit longer than usual. There's an issue with the orbs because they're server side. It takes longer for the game to recognize you're on top of them if you have higher ping. But generally what you want to do is you want to keep moving and get the orbs that are near the center first. You don't want to go into the exact center because that will instantly kill you, but get the ones that are near the center first and then make your way outwards, because the orbs spawn near the outside, and when you're near the end of your cycle, you'll be wanting to get newer orbs because you'll be running out of orbs. And you want to plan your path so that you can be where orbs are spawning out. So keep an eye on orbs that have spawned in the distance so that you can get them later and when they've come closer towards the center, and then move out towards the outside later on so that you will get the fresh spawning orbs rather than be sitting at the center waiting for them to spawn and they're not close to you. And as long as you don't panic and don't get greedy and don't give up after a couple mistakes, you'll be on your way to becoming a non-leeching member of the Tyrian society.